But apparently there's a bunch of things that feel illegal, sound illegal and should be illegal, but apparently aren't. And I'm not talking about the small stuff like jaywalking or even posting a meme in the UK. Yeah, we know about that. I'm talking about things that if you saw in public, you probably go, should I call the police? Should I? Like the kind of stuff where you look around and be like, are we? Can I do that? Because there's a lot of weird loopholes in laws around the world where something looks, feels, and probably should be illegal, but apparently isn't. Honestly, this year makes me question how laws around the world are made. Like a bunch of lawmakers sit down and decided, you know what? That's perfectly fine. You can snort cocaine if you want. If you like that, yeah, sure. Meanwhile, you can't even park your car in the wrong parking spot for more than 5 minutes without getting a parking ticket. Make it make sense. So today we're gonna take a look at 9 things that feels and seem illegal, but apparently aren't. So yeah, grab some popcorn and grab a blunt if you smoke weed. If you into all that. Alright.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 9 things you think are illegal but aren't. There's some things we'd never do, as we assume we're not allowed to do them. But how many of these so-called laws are actually just convenient myths? Millions of people believe they have no right to do these things, but they may. Of course, every country has different laws, but the 2 countries we'll look at in this video are the United States and United Kingdom. But before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too?
Make sure you drop a like and sub up if you like the video. Sub up if you like me. Like up if you didn't like any of us. Like and sub anyways.
It isn't illegal. Coming up first, we have trespassing. I'm sure if you walk out in the country, you'll see many signs saying no trespassing. Why wouldn't you? After all, anyone can buy a sign saying trespassers will be prosecuted for a few pounds. But in the UK, these signs are just that, simply signs.
Wait, so you
really, they don't mean anything, as you cannot be
anyone's...
prosecuted for trespassing in the UK.
Wait, so
in fact, the only person who can prosecute trespassers...
Yeah, so you can just walk in anyone's backyard and just like you're allowed to do that.
In the UK is the Queen herself. And even in 1982, when somebody did just that, the Queen did not prosecute them for trespassing.
What?
In the UK, there's something called Ramblers' Rights, meaning you can go wherever you want. If somebody does go onto your property, you can ask them to leave or use force to get them
You can ask them to leave.
Now, don't think if somebody breaks a lock off your door or smashes your window and gets into your house, they'll get away with it. Breaking and entering is still a crime. But so long
as someone just jumps over like a fence or something,
you don't break anything in the UK, you can go wherever you want. This includes any building, park, building site, or pretty much anywhere else you can think of. Next up, we have resisting arrest. This is another one that applies to the UK. In the USA, resisting arrest is actually a crime in itself.
The UK might be the softest country in the world. Low-key.
But in the UK, this is not the case. You may see in TV shows and movies all the time that resisting arrest is a crime. But in real life, that's simply not the case, and it's very convenient for the police that everyone thinks this. In the USA, you can be convicted of resisting arrest even if the arrest was unlawful or for nothing.
Well, that's kind of crazy though. I don't know.
In the UK, resisting arrest is legal. Now, this doesn't mean you can injure a police officer, but if a policeman does try and unlawfully arrest you, you can actually use reasonable force to resist arrest.
Wow.
Next up is youth drinking. Depending on where you live, I'm sure there's some kind of age limit about alcohol. In some countries, like in Saudi Arabia, alcohol is banned. And if you live in
the UAE, you can't drink alcohol at even by your house. That's
in the
wild.
USA, the drinking age is likely 21. In the United Kingdom and a lot of Europe, it's 18 years old. But in the UK, if you think you can only drink when you turn 18, that's actually not true. In the UK, alcohol can actually be served to anyone over the age of 5. Now, this is not the case in a place like a pub, a bar, or in a public place. But in the privacy of your own home, you have to rely on your own morals to not do this.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to serve booze to anyone who's over the age of 5, but
That's
legally I
totally
can't tell you not to do that
That's
also.
actually wild.
Next up is lying to the police. If you ever get brought down to the police station, they may say to you that if you lie to them, then you can get into big trouble. But really this is all just talk and bluster, as lying to the police is not a crime. If you come up with a crazy story and they have to look into it and waste police time, then you could be charged for wasting police time. But if you simply say something that isn't true to a cop, then this is legal in the UK. In the USA, this is true for some situations. However, in the USA, if a cop asks for your name, you do legally have to give it to them. However, you're not required to give your date of birth, social security number, or address. But no matter what, you cannot be prosecuted for a lie that you believe to be true. That's because a belief is not a lie, even if that belief is wrong.
That's reasonable.
Next up is eating your pets. This one applies to
Probably China, I don't know.
the United States. I'm sure lots of you guys watching have nice furry pets, maybe a dog or a cat. Well, if you ever encounter one very hungry person while you're walking your dog, make sure you don't tell them this law. Did you know that it's totally legal to consume dog or cat meat? Now, selling dog or cat meat is prohibited in the USA,
Would
but
you guys try a dog? Comment down below, would you guys try a cat?
there's no
Man,
actual
if I
law
had to
that says you
survive,
can't eat it.
I don't
In
know.
some countries around
Maybe.
the world, dog and cat meat are actually consumed. And it may surprise any pet owners that their furry friends can legally be eaten. But if you happen to know anyone who would eat a cat or a dog, then I suggest you do not tell them about this law.
What country is
Next
this?
up is firing missiles. Right now in the United States, there's a lot of debate about their firearms laws. Some say they should be completely done away with. Some say restrictions need
What do you guys think? Do you guys the US should get rid of the is it First Amendment? I don't know what it's called. It's like First Amendment, right? Some shit like that where you're allowed to carry weapons. You don't need like proper licensing like South Africa, for instance. What do you guys think on that? I think that's pretty cool, bruh. Like self-defense. You know.
to get tighter, and some simply say that there should be no change to the USA's firearm laws. Well, putting all that aside, there's one unbelievable law in South Carolina, USA. In South Carolina, USA, it's not illegal to fire a missile. That's right, in South Carolina you can fire a missile without any legal repercussions. This may be a surprise, as the USA is known for its tight military security. But amazingly, in South Carolina there's no law against firing a missile.
just
However, the missile being
drop a
fired could
bomb.
then result in later crimes, for example, destruction of property.
Okay. Fair.
Next up is age ratings. This is one of the most misunderstood laws in the world.
Avatar.
I'm sure we're all familiar with age ratings on things like video games and movies. And I'm sure that when we were younger, we played games and watched movies that were too old for us. Well, it may surprise you to learn that these age ratings actually have no legal bearing at all. Things like PEGI ratings are simply just guidelines that parents can follow. But in the UK, it's not illegal to let a child play an 18-rated game or watch an 18-rated movie. In
Fair.
2015, a UK head teacher sent a letter to parents saying the following: "If your child is allowed to play 18-rated games, then we will contact the police." They said that's because it's deemed as neglectful to children. However, this was all talk, and it's
'Cause no
completely
one
legal
follows
to let
that,
kids play
like,
18-rated
ever.
games. And if you're a kid
know?
who plays 18-rated games, then don't worry,
age
you're not
ratings.
breaking any laws either. And finally on our list, we have secretly recording people. If you call up a corporation like a customer service line, I'm sure you'll get a message like this: "The following call may be recorded to provide training services." That's because companies have to follow strict rules when recording people's conversations. But you don't. In the UK, you can record any real-life conversation or phone call without the other person knowing. Also, even if the person didn't know, this can be used as evidence in court.
Right.
Any evidence obtained secretly or even illegally can be
But
used
what
in
about
court in the
what
UK.
about like a sex tape, like a hidden camera sex tape? Is that
So,
legal?
those were some things you always thought were illegal, but aren't. I hope you guys now have a better understanding of the rights you have and things you're allowed to do. Vote in the poll in the top right corner and you can tell me the most surprising thing that is legal. And if you'd like a part 2 to this video, then let me know in the comments down below. If you want some cool crafts, then check out my...
And pause it right there. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. I'm putting out like crazy amounts of videos every single day, so like up and sub up. Yeah.